The views expressed in this podcast are the views of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of Zalusa Arts.
Oh yeah, see that? What did you just say?
We're never pleased to receive an invoice.
There you go. There's your man's. Yeah, that's the man's right there. He just said he's never pleased to receive an invoice. So you know what he does with it? So I said, we haven't had tissue for a couple of days, bro. You know, I was in Blanta. Yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know what happened.
So
I came back, I found there's still no tissue, but niggas are surviving. Come on, so my invoice are going to yeah. those unpleasant invoices, nowhere to be found. And you know, I said, you know, invoice paper can just say, it's not the roughest of. Nah, man, it's not for the copy paper.
That is not for the copy paper.
Yeah, man. Yeah, shout out Akula and Miko, bro, for holding the office down, bro. Yeah. All right. No comment? All right, goddammit, let's get serious. So yeah, welcome to episode 16 of the List and Podcast. What? 1-6. Yeah, same niggas as usual here. I don't even think I need to tell you their names, man. These guys are getting too famous off of this shit. Like I say, Akula's been getting it in, bro. Like Zumi and Dela. From the podcast, bro. Do you remember last time I told you the story where I'm just chilling in a corner with my bottle and this guy is out there I run that.
The voice of reason.
Yeah, that's my podcast. I'm like, easy, bro. Chills. My living room, which I say, when the music gets cut and then this nigga's like, you hear his voice a little louder than, yeah. But we have a special guest here, Postatic. He's our sports analyst, political analyst, what else?
Food analyst.
Alcohol analyst.
I'm like
King Power.
King Power. We forgot about that. The King Power.
Yeah.
All right. It's quite fantastic. Thank you guys for inviting me to the podcast, which I have been asking
get
for.
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
You know, sit like a deeper voice.
Bro, I said, get your Zodiac voice out of here. Get your Zodiac voice out of here. We're just having a good time. No need to be professional whatsoever.
Yeah. Nobody likes that guy.
Just having a good time. So, what's up, guys? I really wanted to hammer politics. I know OT is here, so I'm a little scared, hesitant.
Yeah, that's why I'm sitting far away from him.
Miko is keeping his distance.
Yeah, I got Paul in between.
Yeah, man. So man, how's it going? Should we start with OT? Let's
get that.
Look, it's election week. It's been lit. It's been
been lit.
I don't know, bro. It's been everything. It's been there's been a lot of suspense. I heard there's violence. It's been better than the Game of Thrones season finale. Oh no, I mean show. Yeah, it's been way more entertaining. Yeah. There's been hella fake news. I think Ajinapo also hammering some of that. Yeah. There's been just memes for days.
Yeah.
So what's your reaction to the whole thing? I think we still don't know who our president is.
But it won't be my president. So I'm almost just indifferent about it. Yeah, because I have not too many reservations against the current DPP and then MCP as well. I feel whatever. The guy I was rooting for is out of
the push-up guy.
Yeah. So,
All right. I think there's so much happening right now on the scene.
Yeah.
Dun 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 dun. All right. There's so much happening on the scene right now. From our standings, we're also trying to get things on the ground, and as you have seen, we've in every platform. I'm talking about social media, I'm talking about TV, radio, just trying to give the people the voice, because these are official stats that are coming in from MEC, right?
Yeah.
Now, during this period, there was I think people was taking also advantage to send a lot of bogus, or I would say fake reports to other people. They're voice recording as if they're staff of some media houses and everything like that. So it's quite complicated, but I think everybody has been on touch, and they've been recently glued to the TV just to find out with all these press reviews. We had a press review actually today. question and
where like nothing really happened, basically.
Exactly.
But also, like, check this out, man. It's an interesting point that you came up with, where a bunch of people have been bringing out their own news and pretending to be like media people, and then there's the media that's also bringing out news. And I blame that on social media, where a bunch of people are now given a voice, but then you don't even know if it's credible or not.
Yeah.
So if I'm just a guy sitting here on my phone trying to find out what's going on, how the fuck do I know, Goody, this is credible and this isn't, this is fake? And like, what steps am I meant to follow to know if this is right or not?
Yeah, I think it's easy because you just have to check like the sources. Where are you getting it from? So if it's like on the official Zodiac Times actual site and it's a post by them, at least it has more credibility and more merit than just a post by
a guy somewhere.
McPherson Dalama somewhere who just
I don't know who that guy is.
Status, Facebook, and then when it's running around on social media.
But the thing is, where these days we get most of our stuff that it's copied and then it goes onto WhatsApp, basically. So even like it could come from an official site or it could come from a guy's status, but it's all just in your WhatsApp group.
What I do, for example, when there was like a a leaked press conference, press release by UTM to say they've like accepted defeat, 10-10. That was like right after election day on Wednesday. The first thing I did was like check their Twitter and check their Facebook, and that post wasn't there. So immediately to say then it's bogus. So like just cross check with the actual credible sources that you know and trust.
I've been getting all my info from the nation's Twitter. Yeah, I think they're quite legit, so I agree with that. I don't know about WhatsApp groups. It's like it's tempting because like you get all this information. It's like that could be happening. Like, and then you want to share that, talk about that. And I think it's been interesting talking about conspiracies and stuff.
Yeah, I think right now because everybody's in the heated battle, and there's so many divisions that are going on with the youth. The fact that for the first time we've got a lot of millennials that were voting this year. We're talking about cast from all the way 2000, I would say that. So, things are happening. We would still like to follow up and hear how this will end in the next couple of days or so, and it will be good for some people. Some people will feel some type of way because their person did not win, but at the end of the day,
people like OT.
What we always emphasize during this period is that we all stay safe and keep it peaceful and calm.
Can I just say one thing? Like to say, for example, like what Max just saying, like my guy didn't win, but then at the end of the day, like what I just realized was nothing really changes for me directly to say if it's whoever it is ruling directly to me. It won't change anything. I'll still wake up on Monday and be thinking about going to work so at the end of the day, just focus on whatever it is you're doing and then excel at it, and then you're going to excel in life, regardless of whoever is ruling.
Yeah, Nico, what's up? Are you following?
Yeah, okay. I was just about to like talk about that. How like it seems like everybody feels like I guess on Monday it won't affect us, but at the same time, those are the same people who are like, nah, we need to get rid of this. So it's like for this past last 2 weeks, everybody was on edge about who's gonna rule, who's gonna do what. But it's like now that it seems like a lot of people, especially online, Twitter, Facebook, the young people, because our guy didn't win, it's like I wasn't gonna change anyway. So come Monday, I won't care. It's just that now it seems a little bit unsafe. It seems a little bit hectic. So people are caring about something, but like some double standard there.
I have a question. So you guys are basically talking about whoever's in power doesn't affect you. So what power does the president actually have?
No, it does affect us, but it's just a thing where it's like sometimes we're not the target audience,
Well, it's the president, aren't you? If you're in the country,
the target audience. Just to answer that, so it does affect me, but then the effect is not as direct as it is for other people in working in different areas. To say, so the key word here is the direct, like the direct influence or the direct effect. It has an effect because whatever it is they'll be doing will affect the country, the economy, at a grander scale. Yeah, a grander scale or grander scheme. But then directly, for me, it would take a time for it to change, actually, to actually get to that point where, okay, there's a difference. I don't know if that makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense to me. And also, I just think that we're probably going to get into this later, but I came on here on this same podcast, and I said, Kodi, guys, we are the minority. We're the guys living in like the cities. We're in Lilongwe, we're in Blanta. We don't know shit. We're the minority. Does our vote really count? Blah blah blah. And we're seeing how things are panning out, and it seems that our vote might not count as much as we thought it did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So so in that, I think that the impact that we get from whoever wins, it's not as much as we think. And as OT says, it might be like a long-term thing because we're talking economics, but look at the average guy that just wants basic needs, food, shelter, and clothing. They get their t-shirts, whatever. They get their like malata. They get the bag of maize. And those are the guys that are like voting, like, because they're directly affected right then and there. And yeah.
But it's only during election season, because like for the most part of the year, it's not like these people are helping them out in the fields, giving them.
No, they are. Trust me.
They are.
Yeah.
Like significant.
I mean, I don't know what significant
to bring change. So like somebody, let's say at the start of let's say 2014, the life was at a certain level. Let's say on life satisfaction rate, it was at 20%. Panoba is 2019, they're at 35%. Because if that doesn't happen, Goody, they remain the same.
Yeah.
Then it's not really affecting them. It's just sustaining them.
I think that's basic. They're just trying to like have food for the next day.
Yeah,
like,
but
that's the thing. That's why the long-term item, the long-term discussion was brought in. These guys, honestly, I'm not saying it's good.
Yeah.
It's really problematic, but I just think that that's what they're looking forward to. Kudi, I have nothing to eat tomorrow, right? Well, and then some guy should come talking about economics for my kids, and then Chanchani, your kids will have this and that. So this guy is just like, I need to feed my family today, and that's what it looks like.
But okay, there was this argument that I saw that like it should take somebody of a certain economic level or somebody who understands a certain
contribution as well.
Yeah, contribution
that contributes
for them
to
vote, because those people still need that civic education stuff. They need to understand, Kudi, we shouldn't plan for meals amount. That whole like instant gratification thing.
Yeah.
Kudi, if they understood that,
also mentioned on this podcast a few weeks ago, right?
Yeah. So if they understood, Kudi, like, guys, we need long-term plans for us to be like this, like this, like that. People are dying to go outside of the country when those countries are coming here to learn from us. So let's execute the same stuff that we're doing and like teach those people, because I say, bro, those people they're voting for certain people for the dumbest reasons.
Yeah. Oh, but I saw something where even educated people are voting for certain people for like dumb reasons as well.
Yeah.
Push-ups, for example. Good, niggas healthy. Oh, looks. I saw a girl that looks as well. Wife's looks. I saw someone, I was like, you know what? If I'm being lied to, I'd rather be lied to by a cute boyfriend. If my boyfriend's cheating on me, I'd rather the cute boyfriend cheats on me than the ugly boyfriend. And I mean, it makes sense to me, but it's like that you've gone to school.
I like the way you like express that point, because that just epitomizes exactly what we're going against. To say people are being charged by something they just. It's inflammatory to say, okay, you voted for him because of push-ups. But no, nigga, I didn't vote for him because push-up. He did a push-up, but then that wasn't my thinking when I was voting for him.
No, I'm not talking about you.
I'm not talking about you. Yeah, I'm not talking about me as well. I'm just talking about the people who you're saying voted for a nigga because of push-ups.
I see where you're
Because I think because that if you put that on a tweet, for example, that will get so much clout, because that has that effect. We're like, oh, wow. But it doesn't really represent what actually those push-ups were meant to symbolize in that state. Because the push-ups are about, I'm strong, I'm capable, like I'm young, I'm youthful, I'm like you guys.
But so does the handing over of a bag of maize, which is what we're talking about here. Goody, that means Goody, I said food security, blah blah blah. There's more coming. There's more where that came from. I'm trying to make sure that you guys are fed. Chan. So you could push that both ways.
Yeah, so that's the thing. That's the thing where I feel like in a democracy, like I was looking about this guy, it works best when the citizenry or the people that are in the democracy are well informed and educated.
True.
Because you give like somebody who's like proper educated, like actually understands what goes on in the economy, you give them a bag of maize, they're gonna receive. But because they know now, okay, I'm gonna receive, but still, I'm not gonna vote for you because I know you're only giving me the bag of maize right now because you want my vote. And where were you like 3 years ago? Yeah. What? At least they'll add some sort of like a critique to it. Yeah. Just say, because you gave me a bag of maize, so that means there's another bag of maize coming. So like that's why in Malawi, democracy is not, to me anyway. It's not as efficient as another thing Gajan would be.
Quick question. So about the whole, like, could a president's impact doesn't really affect us minority, the urban youth or whatever. Do you think then that means that the urban youth shouldn't bother participating in politics?
No, I think the urban youth should continue to participate until they have a voice.
Until
they have a voice. So we have to like every 5 years, even if it doesn't work out,
keep trying,
keep fighting. There are a lot of young people who like ran. A lot of them lost. And like it just like I saw somebody, like a lot of people were like, shaming them. There were several people on Twitter. Yeah. But then eventually someone was like, yo, at least you said, yo, I can try and do this, right? Yeah. So that's the first step that like we gotta keep taking and eventually
keep trying, man. Yeah. Change is a journey, not like it doesn't happen just like instantly, bro. It's not instant noodles.
I'd like to also comment on that. Like it's a huge encouragement to urban youth to really be out there and take a stand, because that vote will determine how we are in the next 5 or 4 years. I like the fact, one thing I would say, that I would like more youth in strategic places, because we're growing with this time, and we know the problems of this time. Yeah. We know what the youth is facing of this time. And sometimes when you realize when you're growing up and say, you know what, this is what it takes to, get a cup of sugar or coffee. I would say, let me not say coffee, I'll say something like that. Or just to go to Bansika to get something like tomatoes. These things. This is problematic. And you have the idea and mindset because you're going to school and you know what it takes. I mostly say that the degree or master's that you take shouldn't really determine your life for the end of the day, because you might have a degree in mathematics, something degree in artistry, whatever, but you might have something else that you're really good at. But it's quite problematic for you to put yourself on a platform where that talent or that raw thing that you can do on the side is really, really put on the table where anybody else can enjoy it and you're able to make money out of it.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
And then like just another point before you close out on this topic, to say, I think the happenings of like these elections, I've seen a lot of like people saying, Antagumuzi, like, let us down.
I wanted to get into that as well.
Yeah. So I feel like if that's the feeling, I feel like as youth or urban youth, as you were putting it, to say, maybe then our purpose right now, as we're preparing for 2024, maybe we should do something about like educating or reaching out to these people instead of just waiting until it's 2024 and
it's
then something like that happens again.
It's always gonna keep happening.
So we can do something as youth or urban youth to say, okay, this didn't work out this way. Okay, why didn't it work? Okay, why didn't we get the candidate we thought was the best for us? Didn't go to power. What can we do?
But here's the thing, right? And this goes back to the discussion that we keep having right now. Kuti, okay. Candidate, that's everyone's got their own interests in the vote, right? So I'm trying to say, Goody, these guys are not as stupid as we think they are, right? Because they're serving their interests, and that's their right. We can't come here and say, because I went to school and Chanchani, then I know the best candidate for the whole country. I think that doesn't make sense to me.
I feel like it should.
That. It doesn't make sense.
I feel like it should.
No,
I feel like it should. If
you went to school?
If you went to school, or if you're
let me tell you a little something as well about. Okay.
If you know history,
I'm sure.
If you know history, you went to school, you understand how things work.
Yeah.
Right? You understand how politicians misuse or like manipulate the people who don't actually know what they're. They'll manipulate you with a bag of sugar. You understand that. those people who haven't gone to school, I'm not going to judge them to say, okay, stop at those schools so you make your own decision. But then the fact still remains because you haven't gone through like a proper education system. I can't expect you to make the same well-informed decisions you're supposed to make. You can make them based off experience and all the things that you've been through. But I'm just saying the probability of you doing that is less as compared to somebody who's gone through a proper education system.
I totally agree, bro. I totally agree. I just think that everyone's serving different interests. And then I think that like the thing about rights, like human rights, is that if you're given a human right, then you can do with it as you please. You know what I mean? So even oh my days. Oh my days.
Hey, chill. Anyway, this like might seem a little backwards, but I believe Kudi, like politics, presidents, all that, it's very new to us Africans, right? Are you telling me Kudi? Like, hold up. Hold up.
How long have we been voting? This is like our fifth time?
Sixth. So, like, we're coming from kingdoms, you know, like, I think you and I are having discussion with it, like, people are like, I say, Sana Diankule, you know, that's still like in that mentality. So, people are serving their purposes. So, when they're voting, they're thinking about cows and, you know, like, Chikwai Jagu Moods. It's not somebody who's got a bunch of cars. It's somebody who's got a Ngolo Zambi, you know? Yeah. So they're thinking in that line of thought because that's how the way of life has been. It's like we were told, Goody, we're no longer in charge of you guys, but this is how you run stuff. So this is how it's supposed to work, you know?
Also, let's just say like well-informed superpower countries voted for Trump and Brexit. That's
all right. I would say mostly I like the fact that he mentioned mostly about Africa and how we are set up in a different type of way. All right, this is what you have to understand about life and the way the brain works. every single feature that you view differently, every little single thing that you view in a day that is not something that you're used to viewing, the brain captures that, right? And it adapts to that situation. Now, I'm taking it back all the way where we're talking about we need to educate the people so the people are able to know what they want. We as youth right now, we know what we want because basically we're facing all these little problems I would say in general basis because one, I am youth. I am trying to get to work. I'm trying to like buy gas at the end of the day, pay my rent, pay water bills, pay electricity bills and everything like that. At the end of the day, I'm also trying to have a good time. But for the standard that I live in and the standard that someone lives in the village, it's quite different. We are very different in terms of the food chain and how that works. Now, it's all coming back at civic education. Civic education is very important because we go back to so many plans, people coming in from all different countries to teach us different ways of agriculture input, just to increase our agriculture input and how we can be able to export all these things. Civic education. We go back. We're trying to teach people arts, music, all these things. Right now, funny thing, I was reading on the news today that they're trying to digitalize old folk music. Folk music that made it back in the day, and they're trying to digitalize it so people can have it accessible. Because why? It's talking about conserving the environment, like giving back to the environment. And this is the channel that people in the villages and other people that like this music can relate to. Now we're growing. That's what I'm saying. My main emphasis is we're growing. For you to say that we're so used to this kingdom thing, I would think that's quite.
I'm not saying we should stay there.
I'm not saying we should stay there.
Yeah, I'm not saying we should stay there, but I'm just saying we need
takes time.
It takes time, and we need to like do it gradually. We can't have one group of people living in the city thinking one way. One group. I can't have a cousin Gugasungu doing something, me in Els doing something, and then we're trying to vote for the same thing. It doesn't make sense. It can't.
That's interesting. What's that saying about how a herd of like bulls or like buffaloes or something where they're only as slow as the slowest one? Mm-hmm. So like if they're trying to move together, the ones that there's fast ones and the slow ones, but the rest of them, the whole group as a group, they're always going to move at the pace of the slowest one. Yeah. And I think that's what we're doing. So the thing is, we're trying to separate the pack. Yeah. And that's not going to work because they're still like that slow and that we need to like train or whatever, help them speed up. But anyway, go on.
And it's not only about us. Akula and I were listening to some podcast earlier this week and where the person was like talking about education and how like we're grown up in this situation where if the student gets it wrong, then it's the student's fault. But if we're trying to educate, then it's our job to making sure that they understand it in the best way. So we need to get off our mighty high horses and be like, yo, guys, explain economics using cows and sheep if we have to. And we have to get to that point. And eventually they'll catch up. Oh, okay. Because all they need to understand is the system, not the specific terminology. And then we'll get to the point where we can all vote for the same guy.
Quick comment. We're talking like these guys are complete idiots.
That's what I've been saying, bro.
We can learn stuff from them too. I think.
Lots.
Yeah. So let's not act like we're
Good point.
And I also wanted to ask, like, what makes? Of course, I think I see it too. But then, what makes us more forward and then they're backwards? Because you're saying what you were saying about the whole herd of.
I'm just trying to, like, you know, it could go either way, because I've also seen a lot of urban youth or like people like us pushing the country backwards in a like we have our own ways to doing that. We're given opportunities, we have drugs, alcohol. We like to push different cultures from outside over like our own culture. So in those things, we're pushing the country backwards. There's this thing where Akulu and I went to Kasungu for like some field work, right? And then I happened to have lived there, and there's some people that like we were young together and stuff like that. And then we got to link up at the bar and we're chilling with these guys. And these guys were talking about like the things they're doing in terms of entrepreneurship, and they're like growing fodya, and then they're pushing it, trying to get it on the market, and they're talking about the struggles and the experiences as young businessmen. And then Akulu and I took each other to the side and we're like, damn, bro, this is proper entrepreneurship, not the shit that we see my middleman Amuli Longemuja that are pushing good. Yeah, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm an entrepreneur. And this is the real deal. Like, if I could learn from these guys, I don't need to go to like some summit or some workshop. I have never gone to another one of those things, because these guys know their shit on the ground, bro.
Exactly.
And like, imagine if us guys were pushing that shit, bro, like goody agriculture, and if we were invested in that over trying to like start be trendy on Twitter, like, yo, we'll push the nation.
True. Just to add on, that was just beautiful. Like, from whatever this points from like everybody. At first I was like conflicted to say I wanted to like crush that, but then like that was just good points. And then actually I feel like
literally
as youth or whatever, like what you just said, to say we have to like go to the communities we feel didn't vote the right way, and then we learn from them, they learn from us, an approach where it's participatory and then like bottom up. Wait, if we learn like these 5 years that we have and then we learn from them and they learn from us, whatever we know, whatever they know, and we build. Come 2024, the elections, maybe we'll have a different story. Maybe we'll be on the same page, we're on the same wavelength, and we all know. Because at the end of the day, all we want is like 3 meals a day, a good life. That's all your happiness. That's all we want.
Perfect. I mean, it's quite fantastic. Quite fantastic.
So, Paul, I heard like you almost got killed trying to like go to a polling station. Polling
station. It's quite interesting. Yeah.
Paul was at a polling station.
Paul was at a polling station.
Yeah.
Paul was at a polling station.
Yeah. Sounds like a strip club.
The polling station?
That'd be a good name for a strip club.
Yeah.
True.
All right, cool. Apparently, yeah.
It's still an ongoing matter.
It's police investigation. But you can't comment on such.
Classified.
I said, what? Yo, hold on. What happened to the sound effects? Because this is crazy. Like, we've been at this for like an hour already. This guy's just been trying to start fights. That's it. With the perfect chan. All right, let's on a lighter note. So Zalusoas last week had a event. It wasn't. We were hosting an event. It was called Night Around the Fire. Get this. The event started at 9 a.m. till 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. And it was
I'm sorry. Thank you very much for bringing that out. I was actually about to ask when I saw the poster. I was like, okay, Zaluso Arts are having a night around the fire. So actually, someone sent it to me, and I was like, these are my boys. It's really close. I'll probably be there. Then I looked at the time. I was like,
9 a.m. I said.
This is quite scintillating. The fact that these lots scintillating, fam. Exactly, that's what I needed.
Finally.
It's quite scintillating the fact that these fam want to have a night around the fire starting in the morning. Then I was like, is it still a night? Is it like a metaphor? Is it like, what is this? Oh my gosh, I wasn't ready.
I think it's actually a good thing.
Yeah.
That like I think a lot of people like you thought like that.
Yeah.
By like you, I mean people like us.
Wow.
But like me,
Bro,
I'm like,
wow.
I'm like,
Can I get another sound effect, please? That really hurt, like,
Guys,
inside.
late with the
One
sound
time,
effects,
no, can I do
okay.
it by myself? Fertility. No.
Tap.
One time. Am I late?
Are you even listening?
Oh my God,
That's
this
it.
guy.
I'm here. I'm in it.
Anyway, my point
it,
is,
fine.
my point is, the event was very, very low key. It wasn't like a way like you're chatting and there's a lot of noise. You had to sit down and listen to. It was basically like a workshop setup, So you had like sort of classes and people were talking, a lot of talking, a lot of listening. So it wasn't a rowdy.
So
event.
my question to you guys is that I really want to ask this question right now. I'm interviewing you guys. All right, I just want to ask, why did you think about the night around the fire?
We're not
Like, I mean, everybody wants to know, right?
Man.
Night around what?
It's not
night?
our event.
What?
We just hosted.
Oh, I know. Hosting, boasting, bossy, whatever it is, dude. all I am saying is that why that name?
Hold on. I said, can we get proper effects and just like some guy playing a keyboard? Like, come on, we can't get keys. I said, come on.
Oh, wow. Okay, it's about time.
Alright, sounds dope. Sounds dope.
Yeah, but like you said, it wasn't our event. So Night Around the Fire is a monthly thing that they do down in Namibia. So I think they usually do it at night, but due to logistics and the way our country's set up, and even like a lot of the audience there was a lot of young people.
Yeah.
So it
which
made
is why-
sense to have it like in the morning, so that
I just
they
wasn't
can
happy with 9 a.m., bro. Like
Hey,
on a
9
Saturday
a.m.
morning, after a night out, hey, it's just
Yeah, like everybody was
Yeah,
going
it's
to
for you
bed.
niggas who have late nights.
I know.
Nah, bruh.
It's
My questioning is that it ran from 9. So couldn't you change it to like all day around the fire, or all the fire, or around the fire, or fire?
The thing is, it's named after something.
It's already
bigger,
branded,
which
yeah.
is Night Around the Fire.
Yeah. So this
And
is just a
again,
build-up to
we're
that.
not really set up to answer these questions because it's
Yeah,
not
man.
our event.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. It's not us. We hosted, and I liked how people had questions, so it was easier to get it moving. So if I like posted about it, and then I'd be like, yeah, I know, right? Night Around the Fire during the day. You know what? Come through, find out why it's called that. And then people would be like, yeah, I'll totally be there. Yeah, don't worry. I'll be there.
That's people with grills.
Yo, just quick point. What was Night Around the Fire actually about? It was basically about the creative industry, right? So that was really interesting to talk to the youth.
So the fire is the creative industry.
Yeah, man, trying to set
the
that thing
youth.
ablaze, you know.
Yeah.
But let's be clear here, and I enjoyed it. We had a chance to share our experience and answer a few questions about Zalus arts and things like that. But I did speak about what we sell to the youth as entrepreneurship and what actually it happens on the ground and how I feel about it. It's not. I don't think anyone has to agree with me, but I think there's something missing. I think it's nice to speak about it, but then I want more practical things. I want you to tell the youngins that are trying to do things more realistic things. There was a thing where most of it could be Googled.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So I just don't want that. And there was also a time where there was slides and. You're talking to creatives and you can't bring a slideshow and try to get them to understand it. So I don't know, man. I just feel like we're missing something in these entrepreneurship or creative industry talks and workshops. I just think that.
Thank you very much, Mac.
Thank you.
Right, I feel like this is it. We've had so many workshops, entrepreneurship, start your own business, trying to get everything on the ground. And everything else. I mean, at the end of the day, if you're trying to start a business, let's say this. I'm trying to start, I just realized that I can make gel from beans. I don't know, hair gel from beans.
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it's up to me in how I push it. Because the problem with youth these days, we just say, beans are there, but I don't have the proper income to push this business and put it out there. I've seen cats in Malawi, you really make it because they tried hard. I mean, if you start a business, it's not going to work today. It's not going to give you the capital today. Over time, it takes 4, 6, 7, Google, Amazon, what else? What are you talking? Mac, all these things. I'm not talking about Ndalama though. Mac, and I'm talking about all these companies started from a garage.
Yeah.
But then they over the years they grew when people actually could invest. Now in Malawi, we have these ideas that we bring on. I mean, it's interesting. I've gone to like so many expos where I see so many ideas, and I'm like, how come are you not making it in Malawi? But then the fact is, if someone comes out from a different country and says, you know what, your idea, I'll give you 3 questions. First of all, why should I invest in your idea? Thirdly, how do you think this is gonna make money for me? Secondly, I jumped to third. Secondly, why do you think I should invest in you? These are 3 questions that you should ask yourself. First of all, you should be able to answer this. I'm going to make you, it's going to make me money and make you money as well. Firstly. Secondly, why you should invest in me? Because I am different from everybody else. Third, if financially on the ground, how is this going to impact Malawi? How are we going to advertise? You have to think about all these things. Because at the end of the day, I can go there and make beans, like I exampled, beans that hair gel for beans, and someone else has the same thing and they just added cinnamon or something like that, and the hair is better than mine. I've lost. Entrepreneurship failed.
I think I think we do agree on that. We have a lot of great ideas, a lot of nice products or whatever that are coming onto the market, but you need to show that value. Because also something that I get on a regular is people hitting you up, or like, they could be in the creative sector or whatever, or they could just be people that are willing to, get in on it, and they're like, yo, let's partner up or something, or how can I, or like, you guys, do you guys sponsor things? And I'm like, what do I get out of it? They're just coming at you for a sponsorship, like Janko, whatever. They're just like, yo, sponsor us. Okay, fine. And we used to do that because we didn't know. But okay, fine, I'll sponsor you. And then what? Yeah. What do I get? You get what you wanted, and then what do I get? Also, I'm broke. But you don't know about that. You don't know that part. But okay, cool. You wanted to say something.
A comment on what you were saying in the beginning about how a workshop should be, how it's usually just slides. And that's everywhere we go, right? And I liked how we were the first, on Night Around the Fire, we were the first ones, and we didn't have any slides. We didn't really have anything prepared. We just had like our experience. So we just talk about who we are. And then it's like we're just chatting. And I think that's how a workshop should actually be. You're just having a conversation with somebody. Yeah. It's real, it's on the ground. Because
I like to tell you, like the thing I hate, like where you go through like the whole week doing that sort of like being that sort of environment, Johnny, and you go to a workshop on a Saturday and then slides.
It's the same thing.
Like class or school. It doesn't make sense to me, bro.
You're going to be more interactive.
Yeah, man.
Because like you only think better, more creatively if you're given a space where you're not like anchored to like some experiences. Yeah,
bro. We went to a workshop for a week when was that last time? Last week, and
what? You keep shitting on this guy.
These guys are not listening. Also, by the way, we already signed the contract, so big up. If you have a cheering item, this is it. A hand clap, kachayani. I say, bro, you just need to be ready on it. But yeah, we signed the contract, everything's set, so we can talk as much shit as we want, Mava. But anyway, the workshop felt like school. I felt like I was in class again, where it was just proper education. Some of the people that were presented as teachers would. You know what I mean?
It wasn't proper education. It wasn't proper, bruh. Because we were trying to be educated, but they weren't doing it properly. Like, they didn't find a way to properly communicate it to us. So, that's all.
Okay, you know what I think? I think it's people really don't want to share that information. You want to impact somebody, you're going to present in the best possible way. Like you always, like when you're coming up with your slides,
that's very true,
even
man.
if you're doing your slides, you make sure that the content is there is like engaging.
Yeah, that's
and you
very
get it
true,
there.
man.
So people would rather just give you the Google stuff because they know what you already look at them from a position of authority.
Yeah.
And they'll be, yeah, that's dope. And then you go on Google.
Yeah, finally. Yo, I said, posted a picture signing this contract, and so Mac, how put us on? Oh, so Mac, how can you sponsor us? So Mac, how can we partner up? What are you bringing to the table so that this can happen? Like,
I mean, I love this.
bro.
I love this. I love the fact that you brought this up. I think this is something that's happening in Malawi right now, and a lot of places I don't understand. It's not everybody that's financially fit or financially strong, as I would say, and they do want sponsorships and everything like that. But you have to understand, even for the sponsor for the person to like really, I mean, I'm sponsoring these guys, but at the end of the day, what do I get? Most of the times, it's usually advertisement because. Exactly that.
This guy needs
exactly that.
You know who needs a workshop?
Exactly that.
OT needs to attend a workshop
Exactly
on like
that.
timing and like sound effects and things. I'm sure there's like.
I think he needs a timing belt. I mean, just to why, right? All right. So I'm just talking about how these days when you talk about sponsorships and trying to get sponsoring, we have to talk to the people who are trying to sponsor us. How we're going to help them, because I'm not just trying to get money from you. At the end of the day, if I am giving money to someone, I just want to see the benefit. How am I going to benefit from this?
Yeah.
If it's even a little bit of advertising to a particular demographic of people, I like that. I like that because if it's me, Zaluso Arts, going there and be like, you know what? This is what we're bringing to you. And we get that inch per perfect advertisement. I don't mind. If fewer people, a more 100 people know about Zaluso Arts, that's fantastic. But I'm not just giving you money for you to do your event and then I'm done.
In a way, yeah.
Doesn't work like that.
And just to add on to that, these people need to know. Okay, first of all, what Miko said about how a bunch of people are hiding like some sort of like information. I've been to workshops where I was sitting with like where you had a panel with like billionaires in Malawi, or billionaires, and they had to share their experience and stuff. And this, you could tell that there's just a little, like there's something missing, you know? He's not telling you the full story. And I guess because maybe there's some dealings that are not meant to go to the public. And when I realized that, I was like, you know what, fuck this shit. I'm not gonna attend this anymore. But also, what Paul said about people are trying to invest, or more actually people are trying to sponsor in things. We need to understand, like, I'm actually speaking to like the students, bro, because we were students trying to get sponsorship at a time. And one thing that people that are trying to get sponsorship always run to is CSR, corporate social responsibility. That I learned in like when I was doing business studies, Chanchani, and it sounds dope, but then in this economic, in this economy, in this economic environment, it doesn't exist anymore, bruh. Even like the big companies aren't even like trying to hammer CSR.
What's in it for us?
Exactly, it's value, Basi. What are you gonna bring to the table?
Until
That's
you answer that question, you have nothing.
You have nothing.
You have nothing.
Your idea could be great, like for example, let me even like go beyond this whole. And I'm just gonna be sharing like real shit if I get that position where I can tell people the actual items. Castel Malawi, right? These guys are trying to sell beer. Mava. So every time you go at them with an idea, they'll tell you, how many people attend. That's it. Yeah. So they'll see, okay, 1,000 people.
How many bottles are we going to sell?
How many bottles do we sell? We'll sponsor you. Yeah. That's it. That's it. Just units, figures.
So I think it's that
simple.
This ties back beautifully to what we've been saying. I mean, we've been saying in the law, not explicitly, to say we all have self-interest. Like, I believe, like the human, every person, deep down at the bottom of everything, the real purpose, there's some element of like self-gratification, like self-interest. Like we can say all of these beautiful things to say, I just want to do this.
That's dope.
I just want to impart some change on what.
That's very dope.
We can say all of this, but then at the end of it, like
self-interest, bro.
Self-interest, like what's in it for me?
And that's like, and I know you're going to politicians. We've been talking about politics. This is the best candidate for us. All of these motherfuckers they just have like their self-interest. Why are you standing for this position? Why are you there? You know what I mean? But anyway, God damn it, heated conversation.
We need patience for this Next
All
topic.
I've asked for was patience. Patience.
All right.
Sympathy, but must be
Fantastic.
patience. All right,
I love
Paul,
this.
hit us up. You came through with
This is something that's been
Yeah.
wild in for the longest time. You know how we've had this electoral process, and we had a few
electoral process.
electoral process, and we've had a few youth who have been involved, and one of them was
Shout out to them.
Ty Green. Shout out.
Shout
always. We love the fact that he's always involved in so many things. But recently he got into a scandal.
Oh, damn. What?
I don't know if I don't know. It was apart from the losing thing, something that leaked over the internet whereby he was being involved with minor. I would say. Would I say minor if you're under 17? Is it a minor?
18.
Under 18. Let's just a minor basically.
That's under 17 is minor.
In fact, at this table, like under 21 is minor.
Oh.
Nah, bro.
21.
That's it. This guy's like 22 and is like under 21.
All right, so fantastic thought
Screw
and
this guy.
thing.
That's it. And you know what? It's funny how Akulu is the one that's the most offended. A. Kelly in the building.
Ooh,
But yeah,
can we
go
get
on.
that sound effect? DJ, can we get that sound effect?
DJ.
I mean,
Akulu Kelly.
Akulu
Kelly
go
is
down
like
right now.
proper pissed off.
Yeah, I mean,
He's proper pissed off about the 21 age limit. Based off of like
Mans is
his
a
activities.
Mans is a savage, I tell you.
Anyway,
man.
yo,
21
I said, Paul, go on, bro.
Right, so basically we were talking about how this this whole thing happened, right? Mans was being involved.
Hey, man, come on, go ahead.
I mean, okay, Mans is right, Mans is involved.
I said, fuck OT for like always being late with this shit. Like, I said, we can't work with this. Turn that off, bro. I said,
Bad timing.
Continue your story, bro.
All right, the fantastic thing is that we're talking about Mans like Tiger, and apparently how this thing has leaked. You know, so you know how we think that
So yeah, she was under 17.
Under 17. Apparently she was 15, and the leakage was that Mans went to the house of the girl and he got beat apparently because he was having some sort of affair. Can I use affair?
No, you can't.
I think affair is when you're married.
Okay, can I use a fair thing? A thing affair? Yeah.
Play date. It was a play date.
Whoa, yeah, thing. Let's go with thing.
All right.
Are you trying to implicate that Mans was babysitting?
Babysitting.
All right, okay. The basic thing happened, and you know how that's the pictures and the VNs and everything was flying out. So I've been trying.
There's pictures in Vienna.
Yes, exactly.
I'm acting dumb. I don't know.
Man's acting like he's not the plug.
Bro, what plug? Yeah, I was in the village. I was campaigning.
Yeah.
I don't know shit.
You were in your hood.
Yeah, I was in my hood.
Yeah, okay.
I was in the streets, in the ghetto. I was campaigning. I don't know what y'all.
Akulu says just call it home.
Yeah, I was home. I was home. Yeah, I was home.
Exactly.
So yeah, in the village means in my village.
Nah, don't be defensive. I'm just pointing it out.
Yeah, basically, I don't know what y'all urban youth have been up to. You know?
So fantastic thing. So
bread
fantastic
ass.
thing. We've only heard the part where this was done. Apparently, this girl was added to a group where she sent
Mikozi.
Because apparently or something like that, where she sent nudes. Someone sent nudes, and people asked her to explain what had happened in that situation. The VNs there, I think OT has these VNs just to.
Which one? Like, wait, what are the VNs about?
The VNs, I think.
From him to her.
No, this is from her. I think it was either she was explaining to a group of people or some particular someone because we were leaked. And they were being.
The fuck is that? Is that the VN?
No. Okay. Let me just explain what she said on the VN.
Yeah, okay, summarize the VNs. I saw like there's like 6 or 7.
Okay. So she talked about how apparently her and Tay had been having a thing or something like that, and wow, for the longest time. She was like, you know what, let me not be in this space. She kind of did not like it or something like that. She brushed Tay off. And you know the whole thing whereby you have a girlfriend and you know you have pictures in your WhatsApp and the girl sees it and everything like that. So she went to the living room, was passing apparently, and managed to meet Tay, who later on called her out and to say hello and everything like that. So the girlfriend slash person at the time was very displeased about this particular situation encounter. So altercation. All right. So man's slash lady, who is man's in this position, went around and just said,
Yeah, I saw pictures of her. She can't call her man's.
Can we call her? Can we call her?
No,
girl?
but hey.
Hey, boss, she's 16.
No, I thought you said she was 16. Like 2 years ago.
Actually, in VN, she actually in the VN,
16 right now?
She actually said, "I'm 15, 26."
Yeesh. Hey,
So I think
let's wait for like 3 years.
Yeah. So okay, short. Long story short.
Yeah.
So the girl went through. Tiger's girl apparently went through and said hi and bye to the girl. Like she was trying to like brush off this girl
some
and everything like
attitude
that.
type of.
And after a few weeks, the Tiger's girl actually texted the girl and said that apparently you're trending all over social media. You've been leaked. Apparently, Tiger came to your house and he got beat up apparently by my dad. But
dad.
by the dad. But she denied this. She said that she hasn't talked to Tiger in a while. They had not had anything. The only time they met was that specific time at the living room, and they have not had anything apart from that time that they chilled or something like that. And nothing has been going on. But I do understand with the rumors, circulations, and the way our social media is. I can either confirm or deny those allegations. All right, so much has been happening, and I don't know which story to take. Do we take a story? Do we take whoever leaked it, or do we just take it the way it is?
So she didn't leak the items.
Apparently, she did not leak it. She came on this group, and people asked her what had happened, and she explained from her point.
I don't know. Like I would like, you know what? I'm gonna stand with Grin on this. I think that Mans is, first of all, I had two things. I think Mans has been too busy campaigning to be fucking with like youngins. One, this is just, I don't know the facts. I don't know shit. Cause I seen Mans like at a graveyard somewhere trying to like, trying to cut grass. You know what I mean? Like, you
Respect
can't.
your hustle, G.
Yeah, bro. I seen Mans jumping like high, like 2 feet off the ground. Working, bro.
Mans was working.
Mans was working, bro. And also, I've met Mans before, like, and Mans is like, what, 6 foot something, right? He's
probably get, like-
he's 6 foot something. I don't see him getting his ass beat up at like some girl's house. You know what I mean? I don't know, bro. I stand with him. That's it. Also, I'm just kind of feeling sorry for him because he worked really hard for this shit. I just don't like Kudi now. He should have to go through this again at the same time.
But if your 15-year-old daughter is getting, fucked around with some whatever capacity by some older guy who's this guy's twice and over her age.
Like 40?
He's heading
He knows
there.
better.
Bro, Ineo, I would, in my smoke.
I think he can get like...
Gandhi loser, Gandhi sosola, Goma. We're fighting, and we're fighting hard.
And we spoke about this.
Hold up.
Who wants to win?
I did
more?
not know,
Like,
man. First of all, it's 40. First of all, I did not know he's 40. And first of all, I did not know he was Drake's producer. Like, to be honest.
What? Who's producer?
Drake's. Yeah. No. Drake's producer is 40.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It was a pun, guys. Wow. Late. Can we have like a something going on?
You know what? I said, fuck this shit, bro.
What
like,
you mean?
OT is the worst.
I mean, OT.
OT is the worst. We even have to beg him. Good
see.
we have to ask him. Good can we please have a sound effect?
Guys,
DJ
I
Nimbo.
have to do. Anyway, the only thing I want to say about this whole Tigrin Kajan situation is I don't like how like he's being like dragged in the street or on the Twitter streets. Yeah. Not about what we're talking about the girl, because I feel like this is not getting enough clout.
It's about politics.
I don't even know why, but then a lot of attention is going through how
his license plate.
Him and his mom have
you
like
don't want to talk
both
about it
lost.
because it's not getting clout?
Yeah.
You don't want to talk about it because it's not getting clout?
Yeah, because I feel like this is. I want people to put clout on this, but then at the same time, I have like a different point to say. I feel like we gain too much. We like it too much when somebody fails, and then we bring them down more. Like, kick a man Morris down. Like, hey, boss, he's a young person. Okay, relatively young person.
Drake's producer.
If we're saying Saulo Stadium is young, Tigrin is younger than him. Yeah, so he's a young person who thought like to take himself be a member of parliament. And we should like applaud that. And then even if he fails, let's like encourage him to like don't like give up. But then we focus too much time on like kicking a man while he's down.
Yeah.
Hold on, I just want to say that I think it's really interesting that, I mean, yes, he, ran for whatever, and that's, good on him. But the fact that we're just sort of brushing off this whole pedophile thing.
That's
like,
what's happening.
No clouds, I'm not going to talk about that. It's
that's
whatever.
what's happening.
But then you don't want to talk about that because no one's talking about it.
The only reason why I don't want to talk about it.
Serious.
The reason why I don't want to talk about it is because I'm trying to highlight the fact that we focus too much on the negative things.
I mean, like, it is negative, but it's still like, yo, this is fucked up.
Yeah,
that this is happening.
And for some reason, like it's not getting enough.
Yeah, and which is fucked up as well. Why aren't people talking about
exactly?
This
why?
I saw some meme somewhere where some chick was complaining because the way everyone is so focused on elections, even if you had to leak a nude tonight, no, it wouldn't go viral. Like no one's gonna notice.
Exactly,
and that's exactly what
Jane, what's her name? Jane Answer's got the country on hostage. So like we're focused.
What if she leaked a nude?
I read some conspiracy theory that like it's a distraction method. So that certain people are sending out nudes to distract certain people from certain people doing certain activities.
I said, fuck Nico, bro. This guy is wild.
I was saying somewhere now with all of this election shit is just supposed to be there to distract us from the fact that Liverpool didn't win the league this season.
Oh.
Woo! How's that?
All I can say, there is a man in your city. Right, I think right now, three of these guys are so disgusted. I mean, you feel some type of way because me and OT just brought the soccer influence that's been missing in this podcast. It's been missing, man. A quick update.
Right now, like our viewership is like dropping.
I mean, just a breakdown. Like,
why is that though?
Why is what?
Why is like the listenership or dropping?
No, it's just a joke. It's never gonna drop. We ain't going nowhere.
My point is.
We ain't.
Now I want to discuss nowhere. I feel like there's like I used to. Don't denial is not the case. What? Okay, my point is, boss. My point is, boss. Episode 1, eh?
You know, once he starts referring to you as boss. You know, Godi is bossy. He's the boss. You're not the boss.
Like, as if I don't have a point. I feel that.
Right. I mean,
you're the minority.
I mean, the only thing.
In terms of soccer, that's the thing.
I said. I mean, the only thing that we are dropping right now.
I said, boy, no, I'm sorry. Like, it's band. His man's a little,
I mean,
he's in his feelings a little bit.
I've been OT with ever since.
Yeah,
OT.
I said OT.
I said, boy, Nollywood. I said
OT.
No, this reminds me of that one time when we went to karaoke night and we sang this song.
Yeah,
you remember?
The three of us.
OT.
We sucked, bro.
For days. It was really bad.
It was really bad. I feel like that was too like.
What happened to karaoke night?
I think they're renovating the Chameleon. So, that used to bang.
I think there was a video out, yeah?
Yeah.
We saw it.
That was actually fun fact. This is quite interesting. In Japan, they have what they call karaoke boxes, right? Where you just go there, you pick your box, you order your food, your alcohol, whatever it is you're ordering, and you have a selected songs, like so many songs. Yeah. You and your group sing.
Yeah.
In your box, and there are like so many 4, 10 other boxes as well. Yeah. Why hasn't anybody thought of this? Why we love so much karaoke? We're willing to go there every Thursday at the end of the month. Yeah. We go there. Why hasn't someone thought about this as a business? It's
pretty expensive, bro.
I wonder if we have a big enough market for that.
We do actually. You actually. That's very fantastic. You're talking about how we do have a big enough market for this. Do we have a big enough market for art? Do we have a big enough market for graphical? No, the thing is, this is what you don't understand. This is what you don't understand. I've got a chance to meet up with so many people. As I said, I went to a lot of expos, met up with people, bonjour, comment ça va, konnichiwa, and everything like that. I got the chance to exactly. I got the chance to meet up with so many people. It's just that, like I said, when you're trying to sell your product, like basically like arts, zinto zaluso. This is arts.
Yeah.
So, right? Do you see that pun? You didn't see it coming. Yeah, exactly.
We heard it, we didn't see it. But yeah.
I'm sorry, you heard and said, like whatever it is.
Go on,
gang
bro.
signs. Okay, so at the end of the day, we're talking about how we're trying to impact the whole place. I mean, it would be fantastic if we can just go to a place and just sing songs, our favorite songs.
Yeah.
I mean, we do it. We were doing it at Chameleon, and even if we sucked, we kind of had like a good time.
That's true.
Yeah.
We had.
We might have sucked on stage because we
Said
chose
you're
the
supposed to be good.
we chose the wrong song. But then like within us,
I
Point
think
of
we chose the
correction,
perfect song.
Mac and OT sucked. I was just like,
I think we chose the perfect song.
Are you sure? No.
okay, I feel like the perfect
It
song for
wasn't that
karaoke,
relatable.
the perfect song for karaoke is the one with the slow type of delivery.
and
the
everyone
lyrics.
knows it as
Everybody's
well.
singing along, but that was like upbeat and dun 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 dun. It's
We're
good.
performing. They don't have to
but-
sing
but
along.
That was like when you get those like a Coldplay, where like the lyrics are so like
Yeah, man.
slow tempo. Yeah, and that's the perfect song for karaoke where everybody else is like singing along and shit.
Yeah.
I say, I feel like
Tips.
Okay,
That was lit.
this is like a commercial break. We're just gonna go back to it. Are we going back to patience? Do we have enough patience for this? Are we done?
Okay. Yeah. Let's
To patience.
All right. So we all agreed that we stand with mans.
I feel like
What happened?
okay.
That's just you, Mac. That's just
Where'd
you.
you eat?
Okay, hold up.
No.
Mac. This is what I'm going to tell you.
Oh my
this
days.
right in. I mean, it's quite problematic right now. We've got so many NGOs that are against so many things.
No. Look. But wait.
NGOs, bro.
Did you guys hear my reasoning though? I just don't believe the story. That's why I'm not saying that I believe that he did it and I still stands with him. I just think that I don't believe the story.
You don't believe it, but
Yeah.
like in the way this world works right now, in this situation, she is the victim. That's why she's been branded as the victim. So you cannot stand with the oppressor, even if you think he didn't do it. But you're just supposed to chill in your corner and be like, "Yo, I'm praying for you, bro. It's gonna be alright." But you can't like really come out there because in the case where it actually did happen, and he's criminalized, you're the pedophile enabler.
Oh my days, bro. Like, look, fine. I don't know any of these people. I didn't even think of it like that. I met mans. But when I said that I don't think he could be taken that easily. Like, that's what I said. That's what I don't believe from these
But you
stories.
never know what these
I haven't
superstars
even
are
heard
up
the
about,
VNs, bro.
I said that must have been stressful. Me that he needed a distress, and that's what he went to.
I guess so. Whatever, bro. Akulu does it all the time. It's fine. It's like we stands with him.
I really don't. I really do not do that.
Fam,
For real, man.
my question.
I don't do that. Bro. What is wrong with you?
I mean, my question is that we have like an ethics guy. We haven't had ethics for a minute.
I see where he was working on.
I feel like have we been patiently waiting for that? For the All right. I mean, it's quite fantastic. Do we have anything else on the plate? Because I feel like Taja Masamba, Taja Nyama, Simandendi,
Oh my days, man. This guy, I said, can you're not working, bro. We're not paying you anything. Don't send us an invoice. You know what? You know how that's
what
gonna
happens
go.
to an invoice?
Yeah, you know, especially with that nice paper. I said, you know what? Next time you send us an invoice, make sure it has like dog prints on it. It has little puppies printed on it.
Like I saw something. Tell it was cool. Like somebody was like, I say, you know, you've made it. You've made it in life. If your toilet paper
has puppies
on.
Exactly, man.
Wait for it. Yeah. Double Ply.
Double Ply Invoice. Double Ply Invoice. Imagine that, bro. Where you have like the tracing paper. Like, shit. That's genius, man. All right. Yeah. Dope show. Full of shit.
Chain.
But yeah, I just wanted to say one more thing. I know we talked about politics and what is elections? Elections. Electricity, whatever. But we talked about elections. I'm just saying, like, yo, dudes, don't fight over it. These motherfuckers that are running, they're in a bus somewhere, like, having a good time. This is, like, good. For them, it's just, like, you know, a young competition, and you're out here, like, killing each other. So just don't get violent. Let's just, you know, vote. You've already voted. Whatever results come through, like, you know, use the right steps to, like, make it work if you're not happy with it. But don't use violence. We talked about this before. Violence is not the answer.
Perfect.
But yeah, Akulu wants to say something.
Do you guys think by the time they're listening to this podcast, we'll know who the president is?
I feel like we will, but then again, it'll be quite
Deadline
tricky.
is Sunday, apparently, yeah? So everything's meant to be done by Sunday. So Monday is when the civil war.
I mean, it's
basically. And then some guy will be there like running with his headphones on, and then you hear us say no violence, and then be like, yeah, you're right, and then he'll go back and not use that panga knife.
Hey.
You know, yeah, he was about to, and then Komadi to Akulu was right.
Agulu was right.
All right, are we done here? Last words.
How did you enjoy it, Paul?
I was in the refrigerator. That's how cool it was. Right.
Get this guy out of here, man. Get this guy out of here.
All right.
Get out of here.
Last remarks.
I'm getting into that, I'm getting skinned out.
Is that your rapper brain?
This is my last remark, whatever. I'm getting skinned because I didn't even know he's gonna say some shit that will need a SFX, something.
Yeah.
You can't like blame that on me, man. What the fuck?
Just be
man?
ready,
like,
bro.
I have to just be ready.
Be ready.
How?
Just be ready, man.
Okay, I think pre-production.
But like,
in pre-production,
we should give you a script.
Yes, we should have not a script, but then like an idea to say.
Could I say,
I might talk some rowdy shit,
shit
on this topic. So just have these sort of like effects on the go.
Should he bring a flash? Could I say, sound effects?
I can get them on YouTube.
Yeah. You know when you're performing, you give the DJ a flash. Could I say? The beat number.
All right. Last remarks. It's been Paul Static, the guy with the electrifying personality. But I'm not going to talk about that. Thank you for Zalu So Arts, and the podcast has been fantastic. It's less them.
Yeah, nice t-shirt.
I never actually
T-shirts out.
T-shirts out. Actually, get them at all
Dope-ass
available
t-shirts
stores. Where are we selling them, or being provided, or at the hub?
Yeah.
At the Zalu So Hub.
47.
I feel like I'm advertising the whole time. I feel like I can advertise King Power at the same time, but I don't want to do it because it's King Power. But all right, one time,
all right.
all y'all listening, it's been fantastic.
Cheers. Check us out everywhere. SoundCloud, Spotify, YouTube, www.zalusoarts.com. You got it right here first on zalusoarts.com.
Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, @zalusoarts.
We're out.
Kaheda. What ideas? Investment. Man, Zelu. She makes two more